It's strange that we would celebrate the passing of a great master, an avatar like Paramahansa Yoganandaji. But in a way, for all of us, it's a poignant form of celebration because his spirit was freed from the body and the focus on personality and body, and achieved, as the reading with Ashish, one of the most beautiful words that Master invented. His soul had achieved everywhereness, or omnipresence, and much more accessible to all of us. There was a disciple of Yoganandaji who came after Master left the body, after his Mahasamadhi. And I've already told this story too many times, so I'll give a condensed version of it. He, in 1955, was hearing an Indian Swami Ramdas, a great saint, give a lecture. And he was so taken by this talk and so inspired that he went into a state of ecstasy. And he asked Swami Ramdas, "Will you be my guru?" And Swami Ramdas, who was a great master himself, and who wasn't just a lesser guru trying to collect as many disciples as he could, he had really deep intuition, and he said to this man, "I am not your guru. Yoganandaji is your guru." And this man correctly pointed out, "But Yoganandaji is dead." And Swami Ramdas more correctly pointed out, "No, you are dead. Yoganandaji is alive." Because, of course, omnipresent. Over the years, many times, all of us have heard, and some of us have wistfully said, "Oh, it would have been so nice to have been alive when Yoganandaji was here and to have been with him." Swami Kriyanandaji one time, I think after he had heard this for about the 10,000th time, that wistful yearning plea like that, he said, "You have no idea how difficult it was to be with a great master in the body and in that form." He said people got caught up in the personality, they didn't tune in to who he really was. He also came to, as Swamiji put it, to level people's egos. And it was very difficult for people. Swamiji said that if you think you would have enjoyed being with him, in fact, the vast majority of people left him because they couldn't handle it. He said his ashram was like a hotel with a revolving door, people coming in, people going out. And so the way to tune in to a great master is inwardly in meditation, especially the way Swamiji put it. He said that it should be pointed out that even while the beloved Guru was here in the flesh, most of the help that he gave was from the spiritual side. A certain disciple was always taking pictures of Master. One day Master said to him, "Learn to know me in meditation. You will know me much better then." Sister Gyanamata was never disturbed or lonely by Master's absences, nor overly elated by his physical presence. When other devotees were excitedly crying, "Master is coming, Master is coming," she would quietly say, "He is always with me," with peaceful joy in her eyes. And one time after his Mahasamadhi, Master came in a vision to his foremost disciple, Rajarshi Janakananda. And he said, "I will come to help people in the future." And he said to Swamiji one time that he would be people's guru even after he left the body, and that he would take people to freedom even after he left the body. And he told Rajarshi how he would do this. He said, "I will not come to people." He said, "People must make the effort to come to me." And he said they must lift their consciousness in meditation to come up to my level. Now, of course, the effort isn't entirely up to us. Master also said that his tuning into his consciousness will lift us up to his level. So praying on a great master, meditating with him, with his consciousness, is perhaps the greatest way to freedom that there is. Finally, Master came, really not to be in the body with a few disciples. In fact, he said why he came. He said, "I came to bring Kriya Yoga and my interpretation of the scriptures." And those two different things were revolutionary in a way. Kriya Yoga is a scientific technique to help us to get control of our thoughts, emotions, and our life force, and be able to commune deeply with God. And his interpretation of the scriptures were also revolutionary, in the sense that they went away from the old dogmas and fundamentalism and went into these deeper truths. Finally, as one of the readings pointed out, Master, just the evening of his Mahasamadhi, his very last talk, he not only finished with that poem, My India, but Swamiji said he spent that night talking about the need for international cooperation, for souls to expand their identity from being this nationality, this religion or that, and to embrace the unity of all humanity. And he said in that talk that the qualities of East and West, of different nationalities coming together and merging together would be the salvation of this earth. I'll close with this reading. This is a book, Songs of the Soul. This is the 1926 edition. And these are some words that Master wrote in this book with his very own hand. I'll leave it up on the altar during the arati and the blessing so that people can come and get the darshan of Master's own handwriting. And in this book he wrote, "There is an invisible cord which binds the East and the West and all strangers. Let the eternal song echo through your mortal flute, and it will be immortal." Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
It's a very special time today, Master's Mahasamadhi time, and Swami Sri Teswarji's Mahasamadhi and Mahashivaratri tomorrow. These are very holy seasons, and you could feel from the beautiful chanting and the song, the readings today, that Guruji's presence is very, very strong. And I think he wants very much for people to be able to feel, not him personally, but the consciousness that he brought, the light that he brought, the thought of the experience of God that he had and that he brought. This is what the Master wants people to feel on this special time. Of course, we miss the physical presence, but many people told me of Swamiji too. They missed his physical presence, but they felt him very strongly otherwise. Master lived in and out of that body even when he was living on this earth. He was roaming in all the realms. He would show how if his consciousness was uplifted, that he felt no harm or pain from this world. Many miracles he worked through his body, healing and helping other people, and he did many things in and out of the body while he was on this earth. And when he left this world, what I think most about is not, oh, he left, but what did he bring? Why are we here? Why are we his disciples? What did he leave for the disciples to do? These are the questions that we should have. And Yoganandaji transferred his mantle, we could say, his spiritual power, transferring, I should say, his magnetism, his energy, his vibrations, his consciousness of God. A great master gives that when he leaves. He gives it during his life, he gives it before his life, he gives it after his life, he gives the Shakti to the disciples who are willing and open and able to take what he had and bring it, continue to bring it to the world. So like Krishna, like Buddha, like Jesus Christ, like Patanjali, the various ones like Swami Shankara, various ones like Arjuna. They had a mission, and the mission ended in a certain amount of years. but the teachings, their vibration, their energy, their reaching out to people is continuous, and it's always happening. And that is what they give to the next generation, to continue to carry forth, like a relay, giving the baton to the next group, to be able to carry forth the teachings, whatever they gave. And their vibrations, they work through maybe visions for some people, maybe a dream they can work with you. Of course, through their teachings, through their chants, through their books, their teachings, their studies, the techniques, in all these ways, and through your own meditation, the masters continue and continue and continue and continue to come. And they live in the disciples who receive, to all who receive. And so when Master left that body, there were some people standing there in Barslan, I believe it was, yes, and where his remains were, and they were weeping. And of course, it's bittersweet, but it's more sweet than bitter. If you're in tune, it's more sweet. And they were weeping, and they could hear, one woman heard Master say, "I'm not in there." And isn't it the truth that the spirit of Yogananda is the spirit of God? He merged with the ocean of God's consciousness and expanded beyond the body, expanded beyond the world, this little world. And as I said, he was already expanded beyond this little world. But as an avatar, he had a mission, just like Krishna had a mission, just like Jesus Christ had a mission. He had a mission, like Buddha had a mission to come for a time. And really, to bring the magnetism that he had for God alone on this earth, but also to plant that in the hearts of the disciples so they might carry it forward. And we should look now to how can I continue Yoganandaji's mission? How can I, by practicing Kriya Yoga, by doing his techniques, by energizing, by chanting his chants, by reading his books, by giving his books to other people, by giving lectures, by teaching yoga postures, by energization, all of these things, I'm continuing the Master's vibration. I'm continuing to sow the seeds of what he brought. The message now is for us, not to look back. We look back with reverence, with devotion, but I think the Masters are most pleased when we look forward and say, I too will serve. I too will live my life for God. I too am saying God alone. I too will live in harmony. I too will live in truth. I too will give this message to other people. I too will do my part. And then we all, like the huge vibration family of Paramahansa Yogananda and Babaji and Lahiri Mahasaya and all the masters, we each have a part to play in the family of the great ones. Our life is blessed. It's a rare birth where you come and your parents and grandparents are Babaji and Lahiri Mahasaya and Swami Sri Teswarji. We're in their family. And my feeling is they count on the disciples to stay in tune and to continue their work. And then the next generation, and then the next generation. And anytime we say, yes, I will serve, yes, I will let my ego go to serve you, yes, I will do it. Swami Kriyanandaji said that any and everything he did was by the grace, Guru Kripa, of his Guru. He said nothing, no book, no piece of music, no lecture, no community, nothing happened on my own. It happened through Guru Kripa. And he often said to us, this work in India is not mine and it's not yours. Master and Babaji are pushing this work forward. We are hand in hand with them, moving forward. So let us remember the Mahasamadhi of a great one It means, samadhi means you go into the infinite and you come back into your body. Mahasamadhi means you go and you don't come back. Unless you're an avatar. And Master said he would come back after 200 years. He said, I'll come back again and again unless one stray brother is still left by the wayside. I will come, meaning God will come again and again. Master said, after 200 years, I'll be reborn. And I'll go up into the Himalayas for some seclusion. And he said, then I'll gather some few disciples and I'll live like Babaji in the Himalayas. But remember, he is ready and willing to work through the disciples. It's our moment now to say, yes, Master, I will get your teachings out. I will help you. There was Swamiji, when he wrote the Bhagavad Gita, it's the most beautiful book. I think it's his masterpiece. He didn't know what to do, how to begin, and then suddenly the force of Yoganandaji came into his heart, his soul, his mind. As Master said, the Master says, open your heart and I will enter. It's beautiful words, and take charge of your life. Open your heart. And Swamiji said, all of a sudden, the book just came, and he wrote it in 2 months, and he said clearly, Master wrote this book through me. Master founded those communities. Master wrote the music. Master wrote the books. Master did the teachings. Our life now is to live as a channel, as an instrument, to continue the Master's work, his mission. He couldn't finish it in a few 59 years that he had. It was time to transfer his power into the disciples who would carry it forth into this world. You and me are part of that great mission of Paramahansa Yogananda. Let us never forget it, and let us honor our Guru through meditating every day, through doing Kriya Yoga, through being open to serve, through our attunement with him. And then we will know who Paramahansa Yogananda really was. I think until then, we will never know this great Master. I'll read to close a few words from a book I'm reading on a very great person, Helen Keller. Those you may know her. She was deaf, she was blind, and she couldn't speak. But through her great teacher, she was able to read by writing in her hand, to speak, to read. And this is the words, the beautiful words she gave of her teacher who helped her. My teacher is so near to me that I scarcely think of myself apart from her. How much of my delight in all beautiful things is innate and how much is due to her influence, I can never tell. I feel that her being is inseparable from my own, and that the footsteps of my life are in hers. All the best of me belongs to her. There is not a talent or an inspiration or a joy in me that has not awakened by her loving touch. Om Shanti Shanti. Let's meditate a moment.